Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we will continue to read Granda Raja Srimad-Bhagavatam, which was by Panu yesterday, with translation and purport of Srila His Divine Graces Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society of Krishna Consciousness, and we have today text number 6, Prescribed Duties for Mankind, and chapter number 4, the Hamsa Guhyan prayers. Daksha is using Hamsa Guhya prayer. And today is text number 5. Is text. Yes? Text number 5. We need to read mantra before we read the book. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Sanskrit. Drumebhya krudhyamanaste. Drumebhya tapodipila manyavaha.
Tapodipila manyavaha.
Mukhato vayum agnim-cha.
Mukhato vayum agnim-cha.
Sasrijustat didhakshya kshaya. Sasrijustat didhakshaya. Drumedya krudyamanaste. Drumedya krudyamanaste. Tapodipita manyavaha.
Tapodipita manyavaha.
Mukhato vayum agnim-cha.
Mukhato vayum agnim-cha.
Sasrijustakshaya. Sasrijustakshaya. Drumebhya krudhyamanaste.
Drumedya
Krudhyamanaste. Tapodipita manyava.
Tapodipita manyava.
Muktavo vayum agnim-cha. Tayo vayum agnim-cha. Sasriju tadvidhakshaya.
Sasriju tadvidhakshaya.
Please read. If you want, you can read.
Drumedya krudyamanaste.
Drumedya krudyamanaste.
Tapodipita manyavaha.
Tapodipita manyavaha.
Mukhato vayum agnim-cha.
Mukhato vayum agnim-cha.
Sasrijustadidhakshaya.
Sasriju tadvidhakshaya. Drumedya krudyamanaste.
Dhumedya Gudyamanaste
Tapodipitamaniyavaham
Tapodipitamaniyavaham
Mukhato vayum agnim cha
Mukado Vayum Agnicha
Shashrichustatidhakshaya
Sasrichus Tatidhaksaya.
One backward translation. Drunebhya
Drunamebhyaha
unto the trees.
under the trees
Krudhyavana,
Rudyamanaha
being very angry.
being very angry
They,
they
the 10 sons of Prachibhahi.
the 10 sons of Prachibhahi
Tapaha,
Tapaha
Dipita,
Dipita
Manyavaha,
Manyavaha
whose anger was inflamed
whose anger was inflamed
because of the long austerities.
because of long austerities.
Mukhataha,
Mukhataha
from the mouth.
from the mouth.
Vayum,
Vayum
wind.
wind.
Agnim,
Agnim
fire.
fire.
Cha,
Cha
and
and
Sasrijuhu.
Shashrijuhu
They created
they created
that
that
those forests.
those forests
Didha Akshayaha,
Didhakshaya
with desire to burn.
with the desire to burn.
Translation of Srila Prabhupada. Because of having undergone long austerities in the water, the Prachetas were very angry at the trees. During to burn them to ashes, they generated wind and fire from their mouths. Purport of Srila Prabhupada. There, the word tapo dipita manyavaha indicates that the persons who have undergone severe austerities, tapasya, are endowed with great mystic power and evinced by the Prachetas who created fire and wind from their mouths. Also, devotees undergo severe tapasya. However, they are vimanyavaha, sadhavaha, which means that they are never angry. They are always decorated with good qualities. Bhagavatam 3:25-21 states, Titikshava karunika suhriman sarvadehina ajata satrava santaha sadhava sadhu vasunaha. Sadhu, a devotee, is never angry. Actually, the real feature of devotees who undergo tapasya austerity is forgiveness. Also, a Vaishnava has sufficient power and put into difficulty. If one undergoes but does not become a Vaishnava, however, one does not develop good qualities. For example, Hiranyakashipu and Ravana also performed great austerities, but they did so to demonstrate their demonical tendencies. Vaishnavas must meet many opponents while preaching the glories of the Lord, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that they not become angry while preaching. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this formula: Trinadapi Sanichana, Tarorapi Sahishana, Amanina, Manadina, Kirtania, Sadhakari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Those engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord should be humbler than grass and more tolerant than a tree. Then they can preach the glories of the Lord without difficulty. And Prabhupada Jaya.
Jai.
Om Jnana Timirasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitanjana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namokam Kartyachalam Pangurna Yategrim Yatvipadama Vande Shri Guru Taranam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Jinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshataya. One time more translation. Because of having undergone long austerities in the water, the Prachetas were very angry at the trees. Desiring to burn them to ashes, they generated wind and fire from their mouths. Okay, very interesting text. Pastimes of Prachetas and very good commentary, interesting commentary of Srila Prabhupada. And we will discuss this text and comment. And if you have some questions or some topics for discussion, you can say about this now or after. Maybe you have now what we'll discuss today, some topics or questions. If you have, you can say.
Maybe after.
Yeah, maybe a little bit after, or now, maybe time.
Mm.
Okay, idea is, topic is Prachetas manifested from the water. And Narada Muni preached to the father of these Prachetas, Prachinibarhi, King Prachinibarhi, in the palace. And after preaching of Narada Muni, this father, the king of Prachinibarhi, went away from his position of king and from this palace go to the forest for austerity and devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And his sons were in that moment in the place of austerity in this lake, big lake, and was no king in this country, this part of our planet. And by this reason, absence of leader is not so good. Because and second is Kshatriyas. And king is the leader of Kshatriyas, and duty of Kshatriyas to organize all things in right way. Kshatriyas like hands, Brahmanas like head, intelligence of all society. But Kshatriyas, Brahmanas cannot organize all things nicely. For example, one very powerful Brahmana, Srila Prabhupada very often gave quote, Chanakya Pandit. He was a Brahmana, very good Brahmana, and he had idea to unify all India because it was separate, a lot of separate small places, some kingdoms, small, very small. And this Chanakya Pandit had idea to unify all India in one unit, in one state. It was very good idea, but he cannot do this because he is a Brahmana. He can inspire somebody for acting, but who? Need to find some Kshatriya. And um, he found, I forgot what is the name of this Kshatriya. Ashoka, Maharaja Ashoka. He found maybe Maharaja Ashoka, and together this Brahmana and this Kshatriya organized two things together. Because Janaka Pandit can inspire and explain and correct theoretically in strategy themes. And Ashoka Maharaja had possibility to materialize all these ideas. The beauty of Kshatriyas materialize all ideas of Vedas, all desires of Brahmanas and Guru from Guru Paramparas and Krishna himself. It is another talent. Yes. And in that moment, in some period of time in this story, was no king at all. Brahmanas, yes, Kshatriyas. Some small Kshatriyas, yes, small, no, but not king. Some assistants, some I don't know, some small Kshatriyas. Yes, and Vaishyas and Shudras, but no king. No king and no right organization of all society. And Prachatas came back from the lake after austerities and start to see, chaos, chaos. Because field is for wheat or for rice, for grains, and now very big trees situating in all fields, no possibility. Well, not good for agriculture. If some trees in the field, it's nonsense. And they immediately start to understand, okay, what big difficulties with food, and then this time big difficulties. It's a wrong situation. And they immediately start to correct, immediately. Very interesting. You can start to destroy by fire all these trees. Yes. In angry mood. Oh, rare. Angry mood. Srila Prabhupada, the main point of this commentary of Prabhupada is we need to control our angry mood. Sometimes possible. Srila Prabhupada said there are two types of controlling process. Process of impersonalism and in mood of devotional service. It is explanation from Nectar of Instruction in first purport of Srila Prabhupada, the first text. Achavika, Manasa, Krodha, Vigam, Jiva, Vigam, Darbasta, Vigam, Krodha means envy, Krodha, envy, and need to control. And Srila Prabhupada explained, we can, as an impersonalist, try to mechanically control, stop, but cannot. Srila Prabhupada said it is possible to stop our material desires. It is stupidness, it is philosophy of materialists. We are gods and we can control all things. No. Devotees have another philosophy. Srila Prabhupada explained, we can use this in Krishna consciousness. It is controlling our vegas or possibilities. And anger, the same situation. Srila Prabhupada explained impossible to stop anger. Impossible. You can try, but it is very, very, very difficult task. But Srila Prabhupada gave example in commentary. Arjuna was in angry after hearing Bhagavad Gita in battlefield of Kurukshetra. And Hanuman was angry in the Lanka. He fired Lanka one time before, but it's in Lanka. And third example is Lord Chaitanya. He was in anger when Jagai Madhai attacked Lord Nityananda. It is explanation. It's transcendental angry. We can use angry, but not every moment. We need to use according to place, time, and circumstances. For example, it was in maybe 1991, in one temple was very big brahmachari from Middle Asia. His name was Said. And he was very big body. His body was very big, and he was very peaceful, very, very heavy body, big, very big. And he was book distributor. And our GBC came, Prabhupada disciple sannyasi, spiritual master, and this Said asked, is it possible to fight with materialists during book distribution? And GBC asked, and how often you are going to fight with people during book distribution? This GBC was very qualified. He was one of the temple president in London. He was first. He had first group of traveling Sankirtana in England, very famous devotee. And he asked, how often you are going to fight with people? And Said said, not often, but sometimes they are dropped Prabhupada's books to the land and are sometimes pressed by the feet, and people are seeing, and maybe in this situation, possible to fight or not. GBC said, don't need to give big battle. Yes, the battle will not be like this. Yeah, we need to control our anger and use in good time and place and circumstances. One devotee in Vilnius, he actually was crazy. I don't know, some problems with mind. He started to draw big, quite big stones to the windows of the temple. Temple president said, no, you cannot come because you have problems in mind and it produced some distortion inside. And he started to Krishna, very, very wonderful windows in Vilnius temple, made of special plastic, not made of glass. And stones, but some, I don't know, defects, or some defects. And it was danger. And one devotee, book distributor, he distributed more than 30 years, and he is very good sportsman. He is Krishna. Some types of not kickboxing, but some types of, I don't know, style, some more specified style, more specific. He attacked this strange boy and beat him one time with the face, boom. And he immediately started very peaceful, start to sit on the branch. about devotee broken hand. Krishna, Krishna. Okay. Yeah, because if some fighting, it's somebody who use stones. So it's dangerous. Yeah. One time I was in Mayapur, some gangsters, mafia, Indian mafia. Bengali is very poor country, Bengali. And some people rented some mafia to attack this center. It was in the first part of 70s, in time of Prabhupada. And they attacked with guns, with bombs, with some. It's very major. One bomb destroyed the leg of one sannyasi. And but this leg was dry from the time of he was born with dry leg, not without functions. And what is this bomb?
Really?
And he said, okay, it's more easy. Now it's better. Thank you, Krishna. Vaishnavas, it's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, but it was real attack with bombs and with Krishna shooting. And it was not a surprise because aggression was a little bit before and growed, and after the attack. And devotee understood we can in danger place, and one pujari put his, I don't know, как винтовка будет, not gun, but M16, M16 it is, I don't know, some shooting device, American shooting, automatic shooting device, M16 from Vietnam. This devotee was a soldier in Vietnam. And he put this M16 in the corner and do some. In that moment, he did some arati, I don't know, and attack is starting. This devotee was very small, thin and small, very humble. And he said, Krishna, sorry, stopped arati and took his M16 and started shoot this strange man. And maybe, yeah, he was a good shooter. Yes, after then, some, I don't know, government start to do research, loyal research, what happens, and ask this boy, you are killed. Pair of these bad boys. Why? Because it was attacked Vishnu temple. I was pujari at that moment. And finally he put back this M16 and go to, said, sorry, Krishna, and continued. Achima. Krishna. He was without envy because he was a very good soldier. No envy. Maybe some another. But envy mood, but not envy. Not envy. And we can use all things in Krishna consciousness, all things, our mind, we can put Krishna consciousness, our ability to speech, we can use to Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada said, even genitals, we need a lot of children in Krishna consciousness. Organize your family. Yes. Yes, but envy mood, if we have real contact with Srila Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, and Lord Krishna, this spiritual taste will more high than some material taste, envy mood, for example. We need to have spiritual contacts and spiritual taste, not inside of our heart, but inside of Srila Prabhupada. There is in the heart of Srila Prabhupada enough spiritual taste that we need to take by process of Bhakti Yoga. It is our philosophy and our style of activity, not like a person who is trying to control him. Krishna can. Krishna is Rishikesha. Rishikesha is controller of the senses. Krishna Rishikesha, not ourselves. No, sorry. Yeah, and it is a mistake of impersonalist philosophy. We cannot control. We cannot control. If we have enough level of spiritual taste, we can. Krishna can control, not we are. Because our philosophy is very powerful. Please invite Krishna in your life. Srila Prabhupada said, don't change your life, but put Krishna inside your heart and life. It is our philosophy. We need to be humble, like grass on the street. Yes, it's our philosophy. Yeah, if devotee in this mood, no problems, because Krishna is controlling every time all things, all, and our life, all our life. Even book distribution. One of my friend said me, it is very easy to distribute books. Need to understand what is your desire. How many? 10, 15, 20, 50. You need to know number of book for distribution today. And after that, need to pray a lot with very humble mood. Please, Krishna, give me 10, only 10 persons. Who can you take? Not 1,000. Only 10 or 15, please give me. And Krishna can give, why not? Yes. It is process of distribution. One of my god brothers came to one leader of Sankirtana, a very powerful person, and said, I have desire to distribute books. And this leader said, okay, I will train you. You need to understand what kind of books and how many books you want to distribute every day. What kind and how many? He said, Mahabig, 50. Okay, I will try. Tomorrow we will start. And next tomorrow he came, this brahmachari came, and the Buddhist leader said, okay, this is 50 flyers. You need to go and distribute it. Free. I need to Mahabig. No, wait. Not step by step. Not now, not today. Yes, flyers, and after one, maybe 7 or 10 days, when he started to distribute flyers very openly and without problems, he said, okay, good. Next, will 50 Shisha Panishad. Why I need Mahabig? No, wait. Wait. Step by step, 50 Shisha Panishad. After maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he distributed during 1-2 hours, it was 50. Good. Next is science of self-realization. 50. And then finally, Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, Mahavir. And after half an hour, books every day, and he said, and pray. You need to pray, and pray. Sankarshana Prabhu, disciple of Srila Prabhupada, initiated spiritual master, he said, I use circle of praying. If I need to ask something from Krishna, I need to start my constant praying. Krishna, please be merciful. Please give me this, please help me with this. Constantly, during taking prasadam, during service, constantly. And finally, Constant prayer, praying process, constant praying is my main idea in Bhakti Yoga. Srila Prabhupada asked his disciples, some group, Srila Prabhupada said, in India, all people are devotees. And situation, there is the owner of something and there is a stealer. And owner have opposite desires. And both are praying for Krishna, for Paramatma, for example. And what will in the end? Who will win? Stealer or owner? Or keeping process or stealing process? Disciples had no idea, Prabhupada, sorry. Prabhupada explained whose desire is more intensive. If desire of stealer is higher than honor, he will steal. And if desire of honor to keep is higher, he will keep. And Srila Prabhupada said, if your desire to distribute book for people is more intensive than his desire to keep his money or their money, you will distribute. Constant praying. Constant praying. It is main idea. The same situation in Vihasashama. Mataji has desire to have sari extra bright, extra good silk sari. And Mataji will not start to ask her husband. He started to pray to Krishna. Please inspire my husband to give me a new sari. And finally he started to ask, maybe I can give you a new sari. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, it is a good idea. The same situation is husband, he need to inspire her wife to, I don't know, wake up a little bit early in the morning, how to do. Impossible. Okay, need to pray. Krishna, inspire her to wake up a little bit early in the morning. The same situation, leader of Ashrama, Krishna, please help our brahmacharis to wake up, to the book distribution. To do book distribution, it's praying process. Leader, it is professional prayers. Need to understand what to ask Krishna, to then constant praying. That's the idea, but personally or in group. Yeah, have you some questions, comments? So you have some minutes to the end.
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, you were talking about needing a spiritual taste to control our senses, but why is that so? Why is it so? So why do we need spiritual taste for Krishna to control our senses? Like for him to control our senses, like.
It is explained in Bhagavad Gita. In the end of chapter number 2, there is this verse spoken by Krishna. Krishna said, conditioned soul can stop material enjoyment, but desire will not stop. Desire will continue. But if this conditioned soul will have spiritual taste, this spiritual taste can destroy material desires at all. It's like sun and fog and sun. In spring we can, in morning we can see some fog. Oh, so intensive. Yeah, but after when sun is manifested, this fog is disappeared like this by the influence of sun. And the same situation, this spiritual taste destroyed our material desires. Like sun can destroy fog. And after that, in chapter number 3, Shri Krishna said to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, if you stopped your material activity, but your material desires is continuing to be, it is cheating. It is too high level of standard. We need to wait when our spiritual taste is growing up and destroy some our material desires, and we will act according to our level. We can see a lot of examples from Bhagavatam, from Chaitanya Charitamrita, from Ramayana, very elevated persons. And we can do mistakes, start to copy these persons, reject some material things. But if spiritual taste is not enough, and we continue to have this in our desires, this material enjoyment, it is a mistake. It is a mistake. Krishna said it is too a high level of standard. Be careful. But in another place, Srila Prabhupada said, our heart now is not absolutely clean. We are not uttamadhikari. And this, it means we have some material desires in some material ideas in our heart, and this material ideas and desires can manifest in our mind, like some ideas. And Srila Prabhupada said it is not a problem. We can use mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and cleanses our mind. Because mantra is cleaning our mind, give liberation from bad ideas. And that is another explanation. It is pravriti mark or nivriti mark. Slowly, step by step process. It is we need to wait our need enough level of spiritual taste for setting some next level of standard, spiritual standard. Or we can use every time clean our mind. If we put some water to the floor, we can use dry something, very long. Yes, spiritual taste, it is very important thing. It's a main thing in our spiritual life. According to the level of our spiritual taste, we can act effectively. In spiritual life. It's interesting.
Yeah, I just didn't understand quite. You were talking about that we need to level up our spiritual taste to not like fake it, like to actually But you were talking about chanting the Hare Krishna mantra when the desires come from the heart, then we like clean them. So we just need to like continue and continue. Then the actual desires from our heart will go away, or will they just come up and we will actually know what is in there.
The spiritual taste, it is medicine for our heart. The spiritual taste will destroy our material desires. Minimized. And by influence of this taste, we can clean our mind by mantra, by some activities, by service like this.
Yeah.
The spiritual taste, it's main balance in spiritual way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like energy or money. For buying, you need money. No money, okay, very interesting. To have this car, no money. Oh. Like this. Srila Prabhupada said first, Krishna, do service, after then degenerate or manifest desire. Like money, we need to have some money. Yeah, possible to take some credit in bank, but it is the spiritual credit is the same situation. Spiritual credit, you can accept high level of your behavior, spiritual, but it is credit. Your level is without. You need to have constant help of Srila Prabhupada every day, intensive. It is like struggle. Today you need to struggle with because attack of material nature and your level is not enough. You need to act as under the. You need to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada will protect you, but if you have some broken window or broken door, this material nature will come inside. Ting, ting, ting. It is problem. You understand? Sometimes some too. You can, and in this situation, you're fighting every day because it's your life. If your life or my life is a spiritual credit, we need to fight to pay every day. If you acting according to your level of spiritual taste, no fighting, peaceful situation. You act according to your possibility. For example, you have 1,000 of euros every month by your business, for example. And you can pay something for flat without problem and some food, something. But if you take took some credit from bank, you need to have two businesses because not enough high level, too high level. 1,000 euros not enough, because like this, you understand? And yes, it is one my Shiksha Guru, Prabhupada disciple, sannyasi, is initiated spiritual master. He said, yeah, we can use this way of fighting sadhaka. You're starting to have high level, but need fight every day. And be careful, because if you not enough or too tired or not attentive enough, you can fall down. Because you have no this level of spiritual taste. You understand? Yeah, it's credit, spiritual credit. It's possible, but if you want. But finally, when you started to have spiritual taste, finally, after some years, maybe you will have enough level of spiritual taste. Yes, but if you will started to use another great step-by-step way to spiritual life, you will have in the same some years the same level of spiritual taste, and finally your standard will the same. Finally, you can start today, even yesterday. You can start any level because Srila Prabhupada can give you spiritual credit. It's possible, but you need to fight because no enough level, actual level. Actual level.
What do you mean by fight?
Fight?
Like.
Okay. One brahmachari in Germany asked me after Bhagavatam, what to do if you have problem with four regulative principles. I said, you need to pray to a spiritual master about spiritual taste. Contact with spiritual master can give you spiritual taste, and the spiritual master will destroy your desire. It's classical answer. He said, okay, I will try. After 2 days, I met with him in some corridor in the temple and asked, it works or not? And he said, works. And after that he said, but sometimes had no desire to ask spiritual master. Because then we'll finish now. Fighting. Need to ask, and no problem. He said, yes, it will absolutely works very, very good. But sometimes no desire to ask.
Yeah.
It's reality. You can act immediately and jump and gradually step by step. But in this situation, very peaceful spiritual life. No, like in relaxation, you have enough spiritual taste and you act. That's so good.
Yeah.
And this too, very good too, because high level, a lot of service in this, or something, I don't know. But need to fight. Fighting what? To ask Prabhupada, please help me. Sometimes,
I don't want.
yeah. But,
It's too convenient here.
yeah, it's reality.
Yeah.
It's, spiritual taste, it's main idea. Krishna.
But
It's reality. And if you have high levels, then you have spiritual taste, spiritual standard, you can fall down.
Yeah.
In this situation, no, falling down because you have real taste.
Mm. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Fighting, sometimes you can win by some situation.
Yeah, we want
Fighting is a little bit danger.
a little bit.
Danger.
Mm.
Not because possibly there is possibility to fall down.
Mm.
Or you're extra tight, or something. Maya is very pure devotee of Krishna, very big expert. Maya. And he attacked in the super weak, I don't know, territory of our life.
Mm.
Absolutely the weakest place. Pure.
Yeah.
We are already here, but in this place, oh,
Yeah.
my exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
The big point.
Yes.
Biggest darkness inside
Yeah.
us.
There. It is service of my check. Ding, ding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm big devotee. Okay, not need to check. Beer.
Yeah.
It's our everyday spiritual life.
Yeah. But
Yes. Sorry, it's not secret. It is reality. And need to discuss these topics. Why not?
is it just that we just continue serving, and if we want to be more humble or like this, we just continue service and try to serve Vaishnavas and pray Prabhupada.
Yes. Praying Prabhupada, when we are serving to Vaishnavas, Vaishnava will give for us a lot of mercy. Yes, serving Vaishnava, it is special mercy. One time in St. Petersburg, after Sunday lecture in the hall, one boy from Africa, he was with black skin, asked me, I am very sinful person. I need extra mercy. I don't know, because in Africa, sometimes no food and, okay, sometimes Africa means Africa. Okay, you can, in your extra sinful, you need to use extra mercy. Start to serve Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas. It is extra mercy. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, it will work. Extra mercy. Okay, our time is finished. Very interesting verses. Thank you for your questions. Oh, sorry. Grandaraj Srimad-Bhagavatam ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Gaura Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol. Peace, praise, Vishvavasu Prabhu ki jai.
So you know time to travel. Next country. Thank you very much.
So, Gopal Krishna gave me schedule yesterday, but I forgot that. Was it 9 o'clock we must go, or
9 after 10 minutes. Yeah.
Your ship is going to
Ferry started in 10:30. 10:30.
So when we should leave here? 10:30, so we should leave from here
How long we will go to?
half an hour maybe.
Half an hour, 40 minutes. Yes, and I need to have registration for boarding pass. I need to.
45 minutes earlier, you need to be in
Krishna.
the checkup. It's recommended time. 30 minutes is minimum, but that's very reasonable.
Yeah. 45 minutes is even more.
Yeah.
Even
Okay.
maybe we should go 9:30.
9:30.
Like after 40 minutes.
Hey, no, I need to be in 10 o'clock. In 10 o'clock, I need to be in this ferry. Station. Okay. Port. But I don't know. It is Weekend Line. What time it is? You know what is place? Weekend Line.
So now we must know from your ticket that where we should go, and then.
Yeah, no address and ticket. No, I saw. Bhakta Vova picked up me to yesterday in the same port. He knows.
Okay.
I don't know what is it.
Okay. I must ask Gopal Krishna.
So, okay, yes, need to prepare. Any case.